There are many social supports that are built into the prepared environment for the 3 to 6-year-old. The first is a 3-hour uninterrupted work cycle. When we utilize this, the child has more than enough time to find an engaging work and get into that deep state of concentration and remain there for as long as they need. They can maintain a concentrated state from activity to activity. This 3-hour stretch of time really gives the child what they need to engage deeply. Now, this 3-hour work cycle also has another element, and that's the 3-step cycle of work, an independently chosen work that is executed and put away. Now, there are social supports built into this 3-step cycle of work, and the first is when we think about putting that work back on the shelf, it's ready for the next child. So there is a sense of respect for one another just by engaging in that 3rd step of the cycle. There is also a sense of responsibility that is fostered in the child by keeping their environment orderly. Grace and courtesy is another social support. These are the lessons that help a child become socially independent. These are lessons of acceptable cultural behavior in that child's society. We can include lessons for peaceful conflict resolution that the children can role play and practice so it becomes very natural. These lessons can also include how to move within the environment, because being able to move without disturbing another child is included in creating a harmonious community. Next is the concept of freedom, and there are many elements to freedom. The first is to choose. The child should be able to choose whatever material they have had a lesson on. They are following their inner directives, and we have to allow that. When they make these independent work choices, we see higher engagement, we see deeper concentration, and we know we need this concentration, of course, to lead to normalization, but it's also helping develop the character. Children need the freedom to move. Through their movement, they are developing their intelligence. Concentration is also constructed through movement, always. Children need the freedom to communicate. Your classroom should never be a static, quiet space. There should always be a buzz of conversation, because this is a human tendency all of us have, a need to connect with one another through conversation. Children need the freedom to problem solve, and this one is hard for adults. Step back and let the child try to do the problem solving. They will come to us if they need help. They will ask friends to help if they need it. You are always there to support them, but let them try it independently first. This is an important skill to learn. Then there are limits. The consistency in our limits is so important for the child. Limits are those understandable boundaries for decision making and for behavior. This behavior is guiding them in their growth of social development and social skills, but those limits have to be clear. We have physical limits for the environment and work with the materials. We have social limits for how we behave to one another. And then we have limits for how we move so that we're always safe within the environment. I want to mention that all of the supports that I just listed are the same supports that help a child in developing spontaneous self-discipline. Self-discipline is social in nature because the child has to exercise self-control and also respect. The next support for the social development of the child is the mixed age group. Naturally, right? All of the children of the age of 3 to 6 have the same social needs. They have the same developmental needs, so they can exist harmoniously in the same environment. The older children serve as a model for the younger children. The younger children are looking up to them, emulating their leadership and their behavior, knowing that one day they're going to be the oldest children in the classroom. There is an element that emerges where children are genuinely interested in what each other are up to and what they're doing, and they celebrate one another's successes. The competition that we see in regular classrooms just isn't there. We have children that want to help one another, where there is a heightened sense of empathy and care towards one another. The last support that I'm going to mention is that we only have a limited number of materials. We really don't have two of anything. The reason for this is it helps a child to develop patience if a material is being used. It helps a child to develop restraint from taking that material from another child. It also helps to develop respect for the working child, because everyone in the classroom knows what it's like at some point to be disturbed, and they don't like it. They like to be left to do their work, and they begin to honor that in the other children. We have a lot of social supports that are embedded into this prepared environment. It's very powerful if you think about it. This really is a genuine, authentic community of children where everyone is adapting to social life. They are finding their unique place within their community, and they're all being supported with respect and with love.